Alright, so I am uploading another video. I kind of want to get this channel going, and hopefully more so started up. So I'm going to talk about dysphoria now, or gender dysphoria. I know in many media sites such as Tumblr, Facebook, even Instagram maybe, or even just articles on Google, there's a lot of misinformation on dysphoria and what it is. And I'll say dysphoria is just dysphoria. For me, I obviously know what I'm talking about. But in terms of dysphoria, what I'm meaning is gender dysphoria, or what trans people experience in terms of being trans. Gender dysphoria is often mistaken as self-hate, body hate, just overall just hate for yourself. And it's not dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is not just self-hate for you. Gender dysphoria is a obvious discomfort or distress over your appearance or how people view you, how you view yourself, how when you look in the mirror, how things just look wrong, or when you talk, things don't sound right. And then, so gender dysphoria is an obvious disconnect from your mind and your body, basically. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, or I know when I do oftentimes, I see things that should not be there. You know, I never hated my body. It's just the wrong body. So when I look in the mirror and I see chest, I obviously know that's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be a man's chest, a flat chest, and not a woman's chest. And then before I started transitioning, when I saw an hourglass figure, it just wasn't right. It wasn't supposed to be so curvy. It wasn't supposed to be hourglass. It was just supposed to be more filling and more so a man's body. And when I heard my voice, that just threw me off. It kind of disgusted me in a way where it was just so high-pitched. That wasn't my voice. It was supposed to be deeper. You know, I was supposed to have facial hair. I was supposed to have flat chest. I was supposed to have a dick. I was not supposed to be born in this body as a female. And that's what dysphoria is. It's knowing you weren't supposed to be born this way. You were supposed to be born as the other gender. So dysphoria, I just want to get this out there, that information, that dysphoria is you hating yourself, or you know, finding yourself disgusting. It's not that. Gender dysphoria is not self-hate. It's not finding yourself disgusting. It's just a disconnect from your mind and body. Your mind is that of one gender, but your body is that of another. And so it's kind of that mismatch, disconnect that is brought up. Many times, you know, kids might notice up front that it's wrong. Many times it happens during puberty when more changes happen, such as, you know, the chest growth, getting your period, getting more hair when you're not supposed to, or lacking that hair. That is something that a lot of times puberty will bring up. And that's when gender dysphoria kind of hits. It hit you. Sorry. And that's when gender dysphoria will hit you at its most. Additionally, most of the time, there's media will look over trans people who come out later in life. They think you have to be a kid, you have to come out as a kid, you have to know as a kid, when that's not true. Puberty is really what kind of brings that out, and that's what happened with me. Is I went through this puberty, it wasn't right. I finally realized eventually that what that was gender dysphoria, and I'm actually supposed to be a man and never was supposed to be a woman at all. That's what gender dysphoria actually is. And I don't like the fact that, it's being spread as you have to hate yourself to be trans, you have to do this, that. It's just not right. You don't have to hate yourself to know you have gender dysphoria. Hell, you don't even, most people I know, other trans people, don't hate themselves from gender dysphoria. We just know that we were supposed to be born the other way. Additionally, with gender dysphoria, it, comes in different intensities. It can affect people differently. My dysphoria is more to the extreme, unfortunately. So, sometimes it will affect my depression. I will get anxiety over it. I will have really bad days where dysphoria is just kicking my ass. And because I have it so badly, that's just how it affects me. Whereas other people can have a lower form of it where they can easily handle it. They know ways to control it and just kind of ease it if they notice it that day being worse than others. Whereas I can't really handle mine because I have it so incredibly bad that that I want to cut off my own chest myself. I want to just kind of, in a sense, tear off my skin because it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't fit me. But that's me. That's my own personal effect with dysphoria because I have it so bad. It can affect people differently, whereas, they are more so uncomfortable with their chest, but they're fine with never having bottom surgery, and that's perfectly fine. It kind of hits everyone differently, but I really wanted to get this message out here that gender dysphoria is not self-hate. You do not hate yourself to be trans. Gender dysphoria is a neurological and possibly biological disorder that comes with being trans. That's why I am trans, because I have that neurological, biological disorder that, gave me that mismatch between my mind and body. So when people try to tell you that trans is a choice, it's not. No one's choosing to be trans. No one, necessarily wants to be trans. It's just something that happened when trans people were being born. It's, nothing we can help, but obviously it's not a choice. Gender dysphoria is something that, can happen to people, and that's why we are trans. We're just trying to ease that gender dysphoria and become who we really were supposed to be. Additionally, trans people are not harming anyone with being trans. No one's choosing being trans. Trans is not supposed to be a trend. It's not a phase. It's an actual thing. So I just wanted to get out, kind of push that misinformation away and let people who think being trans is a choice, it's not. There are, obvious research done behind trans people that you can look up and see, the scientific proof behind it. And it's not just something people one day go, oh, I'm trans, I'm gonna do this and that and let everybody know. It's really not something like that that happens. And so I think that is it for this video. I hope to get more up soon, even though my editing skills are not fantastic right now, and my cats keep jumping behind me or in front of me. But this is something that's been bugging me for a while, so I just wanted to get this video out there that dysphoria is not self-hate.